Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to be making cattail dolls, so just grab yourself your cat and then, just kidding, find yourself a pond or a ditch, some wet place where there's lots of growth, and cut yourself some cattails. Next, you're going to want to separate the dried, dead cattails from the live green ones. We're going to trim them at the water line, so where the bulrush would have been in the water, and then where it starts to taper off, so right about here. So I've trimmed all the live cattails. You can see all my little discards here. We're actually going to keep those because those are going to be helpful at some point. Also, did you know that you can eat cattails at the base where it's thicker? You can eat it raw. It tastes kind of like cucumber, and if you boil it or steam it, it tastes like asparagus. You can also use the roots and grind them up to make a flour that's actually more starchy than potato flour. Okay, now I've trimmed the leaves so that they're all pretty equal, about 10 to 12 inches long. The next step is to take them and put them in the sun and let them dry out for a few days. I don't want to wait 3 to 5 days for them to dry, so I just cut up the dried ones that I found. Next, you will take your dried bulrushes and soak them for a little bit. They don't fit! This is just to get them kind of pliable and bendy so that they won't snap when we use them. When they've soaked and they're a little more flexible, go back to your pile of little discards and grab a few of those. Then you just want to scrunch them up to make a little pillow. It's hard to do with one hand, but I'm sure you can manage. That's going to be the head of your doll, so make it an appropriate size for how big you want your doll. So now you're going to take some of your dried but wet soaked cattails and you're going to fold them over your pillow. I know this doesn't look like much, but it's going to be your doll, so get excited. Then you're going to cut a piece of twine or string, or if you want to be really resourceful, use a really bendy piece of cattail that is left over. Then do a double knot real tight at the base of the pillow, tying the cattails together. This is your doll's neck. Isn't that terrifying? Then you're going to take a few more cattails and cut them in half. Ooh. Slide them in between your cattail bundle, but right underneath the neck, just like that. Take another piece of twine and tie it nice and tight underneath the arms. That's the waist. If you want it to have more of a body, you can make another little bundle with the discarded cattails and then just slide it in between the string and the arms to make more of a body. I thought the arms of the cattail doll looked a little weird, so I tried to give it hands, but just made it creepier. Then all you gotta do is spread out the leaves left on the bottom to make it more of a skirt, and there you go! You got a little leafy buddy to come with you wherever you go. Here's another one I made. I gave it a bit of a belly. I'm sure it will look more normal once it's all dried. And then I also gave it legs instead of a skirt, just by separating the stalks and then tying them. So there you go, a couple little cattail pals just living their best lives.